friends, let's get back to the ingredients. Over here I have the gluten-free flour, over here the one that we use for roti or chapatis, and over here I have half a stick of vegan butter. This is the brand that I am using. It is the Country Crook plant butter, mainly with avocado oil, and this is a great addition to our vegan family because this acts as a butter in many of our recipes, whether it is baking or any other cooking. And over here I have the cumin seeds. It's just 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds, half a teaspoon of salt, and over here I have almond milk just in case we need to knead the dough. And over here I have freshly dried curry leaves. This adds a huge flavor and aromatic to our salt biscuits. And let's get started with our gluten-free vegan Jeera biscuits. What I'm going to do here is I'm hand crushing the curry leaves. As you can see, they are fully crushed. That's why we have to dry fry them, so it's easy to crush them. And over here it is completely crushed, about 1 tablespoon. And then I'm just going to add the fresh jeera or cumin seeds, and I'm just going to hand grind them. Okay, here we go. It is half crushed. You don't want to put them in a grinder or in a blender where it gets completely pureed. So we just want this to be like a coarse. So here we go, and the next thing we are going to do is whip our butter. You can also add extra butter in case you don't want to use any kind of almond milk. Okay, the butter is very soft right now. Okay, now let's add the flour and the rest of the ingredients, salt, and the crushed curry leaves and jeera. If you don't have a bowl like this, no worries, you can just use a plain paper and then pour your curry leaves and the jeera, or do the jeera separate and the curry leaves separate, and you can just hand crush them. Mix it thoroughly lump free. We're going to add a little bit of almond milk. You can add any plant-based milk of your choice. I don't recommend soy milk because soy is a GMO, the genetically modified organ, so it is not actually natural. So it's better to go with rice milk or any kind of plant-based milk. Hemp milk, you can also use almond milk or any kind of seed milk. I'm going to use my hands to knead the dough. Okay, now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of almond milk and start kneading the dough. Okay, here we go. It's ready. Soft and non-sticky. Okay, now what we are going to do is I have some flour that I have added on the countertop. I'm just going to go ahead and flatten it. Just give a little bit of a massage here while you're doing this. If you don't want to add any kind of almond milk or even water is good, but if you don't want any of that, go ahead and use 1 stick of butter for 1 cup of gluten-free flour. So that way you don't have to add anything. Wrap here, we just have to wrap it very tightly. Now we're going to leave it in the fridge for 30 minutes and I'll be back. Alright friends, it's been 30 minutes and I just took out the dough from the fridge, and as you can see it has hardened. Now we're going to remove this from the saline wrap, and I have some flour just in case. It's not sticky, but I just put it on the surface. I'm just going to lay it over here, and now is the time. I'm just going to cut it into small pieces like that. It's a little hard. There you go. Now I have a baking tray. I'm just going to go ahead and grease it with coconut oil. You can also grease it with the same vegan butter that I showed you guys. And then it has to go in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes at 350 degrees. I have placed everything in here, and I have the rest of the batch here. And now is the time to take the back of the fork just to design this. Just press it like this. Or you can even poke holes if you like, doesn't matter. If you see any cracks, because of this gluten-free flour, you will see some cracks here and there, but you can just press them and even them out. The curry leaf smells so aromatic. I just can't wait to taste this. Here we go. It's getting ready to go into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes at 350 degrees. It's after 30 minutes we took out of the oven, and now it is pretty cool. I'm just gonna break it and show it to you guys. Wow, very well cooked, and it is crispy. We also call it the rusk, so whatever you have to call it. Here we go, your very own gluten-free vegan salt jeera biscuits or rusk is ready for serving. Bon appetit. See you guys in the next video.